Yeah.
That's sexy, ain't it? Show him again. Damn, look who that. Who nigga is that? I'm actually a single man, so I'm out.
No, you're not. No, he's not.
That out.
The pinnacle of masculinity.
Right.
And I'm not that person.
And we are live. So
Hey. All right, let me stop before we get copyrighted.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Two Queer Kings, a podcast dedicated to members of our community, queer and non-queer alike, calling them to come out from the darkness and be their true, authentic selves without fear of judgment. We discuss a variety of topics from mental health to music to relationships and more. My name is Dstone. I am your host and co-founder.
And I'm Nasir19onu you, and I'm also your host and co-founder. Thank you for being here.
Yes, we want to thank everyone for being here, and we kind of just want to get into why we're doing this podcast, what all it's going to entail, So yeah, why we're here. And I'm going to let Nasir start with the queer space.
So me personally, I wanted to create a space for queer and even non-queer people to be their authentic selves. I feel like I also want to create a space for people who look like me. I think the media's representation of LGBTQ plus people, the alphabet crew, I feel like that's what the alphabet, so many letters, goddamn. But the alphabet crew, I wanted to create a space for them that don't look like me. Basically, I think the media, they have a portrayal of like the porn star, the super hot smoking model, or someone who is like the pinnacle of masculinity.
Right.
And I'm not that person. So I want to create a space where people like me can just be here and be happy and thrive. And we're going to cover a variety of issues from mental health to music and a lot of different things, relationships, a lot of different topics, and how that affects our community. And hopefully this space can be a bridge for non-queer people to, take a peek into our world and see what's really going on.
Right.
So, yeah. What about you? What about you, Stone? Why did you?
Well, me personally, I want a positive outlet. Idle hands at the shop, so I want to keep busy. I also, I'm tired of sitting in silence when I know there's a platform that I can be heard on and listen to and make a positive impact on people's lives so that they can in turn make positive impacts on other people's lives, and the cycle will continue. I love to talk. I'm a big talker, so you and I talk all the time. Nasir, so
we always talk. So we were like, why not? Why not?
Right, we talk anyway, shit, and then we actually talk a lot of shit as well. So warning, audience, we love shit talking, and we're here for that too. But then the last one. I really want to become more comfortable with talking and being myself in front of people without fear of judgment.
Authenticity.
Absolutely. And I'm going to say this without fear of crap, because that's the main thing that I want to push here. Criticism, rejection, abandonment, and punishment. We all are not our authentic and true selves based upon the fear of those things. And if we can eradicate that from ourselves, the possibilities are endless for us. And so I just want to be able to get that message across as far as I can, reach as many people, and as far as I can, with the time we have here and what we do here. So I think that pretty much covers.
We're just gonna have fun, talk shit, be real, be messy.
Right.
I mean, not be messy, not too much on the mess.
I mean, what messiness is it's controversial, but it's conversational too.
Yeah, you know.
Right.
And yeah. So, what are we talking about today?
So today we're going to be talking about the struggles of being queer. You know, I'm going to just tell my personal story about the struggle of being queer. I hope I don't go too far in depth and then regret some things I've said, but you know, it's whatever. And then, you know, if you would like, Nasir, you share what you would, you know, share your thoughts on the struggles of being.
I'll ask questions in between because I know your story. I know your story, but you know, they don't know your story. So yeah.
I mean, we don't have any viewers at this time, but you know, if anybody feels, if anybody would like
no viewers, period. I'm still gonna act like it's a show.
You don't know why, bitch? Because it is. It's a show.
Yeah, it's a show.
Okay, so the struggles of being queer. I'm gonna start with being in the church and all. I mean, I was raised in the church. That was one of the very first places I went as soon as I came out of the womb, you know? And so all my life, all my childhood life, being raised in the church to know what sin is and to know how God looks, you know, frowns upon sin. And then to come into myself and understand that I am the epitome of sin. It was just like
they only frown the sins they won't. They want to be frowned upon. They don't frown upon. Y'all bitches drinking. Y'all bitches are boring. Y'all babe. Let me stop. But y'all bitches
come on with it.
In the secular music. Y'all bitches having premarital sex. And y'all just ask for forgiveness, but you know,
you can't stop talking about people life.
Unforgivable.
Right. But a sin is a sin is a sin is a sin. You know, and that's something that I found out later on in life. Because now, of course, clearly, two queer kings, we're much more comfortable with ourselves now than we might have been in childhood. But at the same time, I went through a lot, not only with my family and the church, and because there was a whole relationship with God there that had to be addressed as well. You know, I remember crying at the age of 12 years old, sobbing in my room because I thought that God would not love me for who I was. My uncle came in, he said, "Yeah, God will always love you." But at the same time, a 12-year-old, that's so sad.
I'm sorry you had to feel that way. And so many people that go through so many like similar experiences. So yeah.
Yeah. And like I said, that's why we're here, to let people know that they're not alone. And we want to make it so that you feel that.
Hello? Bitch, what? He froze.
Oh, okay.
You back?
I'm back.
Okay. Why did you freeze?
I don't know. I don't know why I froze.
Wow.
But it's okay. We're back.
I was gonna let us be great.
We still live, bitch. No technical difficulties here. But so yeah. Okay, so the family, the church, you know. Then now my grandmother, since I was raised by my grandmother and her mom, so my great grandma, they raised me, you know, they were very strict when it came to the scripture and how to live, you know, so they lived blameless lives, what they could from what they could tell in front of the Lord. And that's the example they set for me. Real nice example, honey. But being queer, I found it hard to follow it, because it's like, if God tells me that I can't do this, and I found that this is who I am, then me and God got a problem. Me and God got a real problem. And over the years, you know, I've had my issues with God and everything, my relationship or whatever you want to call it. And we still have one, but that's not the main focus. The struggles of being queer, that's where I am. I can move on to some other struggles of being queer. School, when we get to school, later on in life, elementary, middle, and high school, there's always a clear difference. There's an obvious difference between queer boys and straight boys, you know, and we may switch our heads, we may smack our tooth a little different, or roll our eyes, or whatever it is that we do that or did that would have separated us from what is considered to be the norm in
And you
society.
know what? Not to interrupt you, but you know what I did to like try to avoid that as much as possible?
What?
I would just be quiet. I literally would just be silent in school a lot of the times. Because if you're quiet, no one can really understand or know who you are. So definitely whenever I'm in a space that I don't know if it's safe, I'm definitely like a fly on the wall. Like,
Right.
but yeah, definitely. I'm sorry. You could continue.
You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. No, 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 no. And many times I did that myself in my younger years. Turn to stoicism. Oh, if I'm stoic, they won't find me out. You know, if I don't talk, then they won't hear the lisp in my tongue or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And it's seriously,
I
seriously,
list, bitch.
the lisp,
A
the
list.
lisp.
Again,
Yes.
promises. A list.
Yeah.
What did the lips sound? What did the lips sound like? What did the lips sound like?
I'm not saying that it was an actual lisp. What I'm saying is we talk different.
Like the
We talk
twang.
different.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And they can tell that. It's not like we're speaking the lingo, my nigga. So, but at the same time, over the years, I've learned now to code switch. I can code switch if I walk into a group of niggas. And when I say niggas, I mean, masculine African American men.
Yeah. Presumably straight men.
Right. And possibly thuggish in comportment. I'm able to chameleon. I can get in there.
I think you learn that. I think you learn that as Black people. You learn the code switch between being Black and being professional. I don't even know why you want to compare those two, but
you have to. You have to. When my mother she used to be on the phone, and I don't necessarily remember where we got it from, but we would always say, "Oh, she got her white people voice on." Her white people voice on. And then when I got to middle school, because when I got to a public school, when I went to elementary school, I went to a public school, so I transitioned from private to public. I wrote in cursive and I spoke very fluently. I was proper. And when I got there, those children, they were using profanity and they were talking like they were adults, And I would open my mouth to speak, and they would say, "Why are you talking white?" And I'd be like, "Wow, oh my goodness." So, with that being said, yeah, code switches is definitely something that's a learned behavior that a lot of queer African American men specifically learn how to do out of fear of criticism, rejection, abandonment, and punishment.
Yeah, and it's really like a protective thing. Because some people would want to harm you, like literally physically beat you up if you're gay or not. And stuff
that even goes into the homes of some people. Some people, their relationships with their parents are broken or non-existent because of their family's inability or their parents' inability to accept who they are. And it's sad because whole human beings, will live through their entire lives without being true and authentic to themselves out of fear.
That's sad.
That's sad. That's why we're here, honey. That's why we are here. To let people know that it's perfectly fucking fine to be yourself, and whoever can accept it, let them go.
And like me personally, my voice has always been a topic of discussion. Everyone always called me ma'am, or like, why you talk like that? You sound like a girl. Why you sound like a girl?
Right.
And stuff like that. So a lot of times, like, I would like try to I wouldn't speak to try to avoid that, but a lot of times I would deepen my voice. Like I would say, "Hey yo, bro," like da 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 da.
Yeah.
I would speak with a lower inflection. Just
right, even starting using the lingo and all.
Yeah, like nah, bro, chill, bro. Hey yo, bro. Hey yo, bro. Hey yo, bro. Yeah, like all that kind of stuff. And for me personally, like all that just came to a boil. Like my junior or senior year of college, and I was just
Mhm.
like, why am I doing this? Who am I doing this for?
Right. Who am I doing it for? The people who aren't doing anything for me, the people who are ridiculing me for being who I am, that's who I'm doing it for? That's who I'm doing it for.
Fuck them. Fuck
That's
them.
when you make a decision. I do it for me. I
Mm-hmm.
do it for me. Because no one else is going to do it for you.
Mm-hmm.
No one else is going to be your true authentic self for you but you. And we're not saying, you guys out there, we're not saying that it's easy by any means, because it's not fucking easy to step into yourself. It's
Yeah,
not.
it
You have
takes a lot of time and work. Mm-hmm.
a lot of the times you're going to lose a lot of people because you've been not being yourself for people,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
then when they walk away, you're going to question whether or not you've done the right thing, but you have, because it's for you,
Mm-hmm.
um any more struggles of being queer? And I don't want to make sure, I know we're kind of staying on topic, but I want to make sure that we're staying on topic.
Well, like, definitely, something that I like, because I went to my therapist. I wrote like a whole bunch of different notes, and like,
I love my therapist, by the way.
if you, I'm going to speak about it. I don't know if your experience is similar, but like loneliness. I don't know
Yeah,
if you
absolutely.
it's a lot of loneliness, especially if you like, especially if you're like the only queer person in your
Mhm.
area, or you don't really have a huge community or support system for queer people. You
Mhm.
feel alone. Like,
Mhm.
even to this day, I'm glad I have the queer friends that I do now,
Mhm.
because I often go to y'all for support. But outside of y'all three, I mean, I really don't know too many people. And I think that when I hate when people say if it's a choice or not, because like who
There's
wants
no choice. Who would choose hardship?
who want exactly
Who would
exactly
choose
like
hardship?
I
You don't.
can't go to the prom with a somebody I like because I don't want nobody to know, or like even just finding like people to date and stuff like that. That's
Yeah.
just like extremely hard, especially in the area I'm in.
I
And
would. Oh, okay.
it's just like no, like I would never go through this. So I think loneliness is a thing that I think a lot of queer people face, that I don't know if we talk about it as much.
I want
Um,
to go deeper into this loneliness thing with you,
mhm,
as it concerns the queer community. So when we're queer, you know, as children, oftentimes our parents know. But even if they don't know, if we've managed to mask it all the way up into adulthood, when they do find out, and not just parents, but caregivers, people who are supposed to love us, people who we know, family members, anybody who we esteem highly, anybody who we love, when they reject us because of who we are, what that does is makes us go and try to find the love in other people. So we automatically try to live from the outside in. Okay.
mhm,
When you live from the outside in and you try to get this love from all of these other people because you've been rejected where you weren't supposed to be rejected,
mhm,
it causes loneliness, because
mhm,
all of those relationships that you are trying to build are can be one-sided. So not all of them, but some of those relationships, and I'm going to say the majority of them, simply because you're approaching it from a love me standpoint, not a I'm worthy.
Like, I just want you to love me. I just want you
Right.
to like me.
Not a I'm worthy of love standpoint. You know what
Mhm,
I'm saying? When you approach situations like love me, love me, love me,
mhm,
that's when you're opening yourself up to all of this kind of rejection, vulnerability, hurt, even more fear of criticism, rejection, abandonment, punishment, because the people who you're attaching yourself to are automatically going to be just like the people who've rejected you in the past.
mhm.
That's a lot where that's where the loneliness comes in, and it's our responsibility as queer and non-queer alike to make sure that we take responsibility for our lives, and manifest ourselves as whole human beings, so that we don't have to worry about acting out of fear of crap. Because when you act out of fear of crap, you're not living your most authentic and true life.
Mhm.
So loneliness. I'm down with you on the loneliness as a struggle. Struggle of being queer. Yeah, most
And
definitely.
I definitely think like that's like one of the huge things, but something that I also put into is like I think a lot of people like with queer people, and of course I can't speak for everyone because my queer experience,
Mm-hmm.
that whole thing was it's very interesting how my experience was. But you definitely have to. You might be effed up in the head, like it's a possibility that you develop mommy issues or daddy
Or
issues,
daddy issues. Come on, talk about it. That's
or
what. Going back to the loneliness. We can't even fathom how lonely we were as well. I don't want to say all queer people or every queer person.
yeah, because a lot of people's experiences are different. Like for example, my experience, I wasn't never kicked out or anything like
Me
that,
neither.
and I was never. After a while, people are starting to come over. Of course, my whole family might not be the most accepting of it,
Mm-hmm.
but I still have a family to go to if
Mm-hmm.
need be. But
Absolutely. Absolutely. And a lot of you out there, hey, if that's a family that's not your blood, that's okay. I was
yeah,
watching Oprah and Iyanla the other day, and
mhm,
a lot of things as we struggle with in the African American community specifically is I'm your blood, I'm your blood, I'm your blood.
that's so trash.
And what is blood? What is blood when you're a shit human being? You know what I'm saying? What is blood? Nothing. Because you're not going your shittiness as a human being is not gonna come into my life and shit on my parade. No.
Mhm.
No, 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 no. I'm going to be a whole human being and I'm not going to let any other human being interfere with my wholeness, blood or not. If you're my blood and you want a good relationship with me, become whole.
Yeah, and it's just like a lot of us queer people, we have to, or some queer people, they have to uh, create chosen families.
Yeah.
Because their
Hence the
families
houses. Hence the houses.
houses, like the ballroom scene with
Mhm.
different houses, and then you have a house mother and a house father, and in the community, a lot of people say that's my gay mom or that's my gay
Mhm.
dad.
Mhm.
And so, and that's out of a necessity because, a lot of people's families are not really here for them like
Mhm.
that. And so, or they ask them, or they're here for them, but they ask them to be a shell of themselves. Don't bring that gay shit around me, or, I don't have no problem, but don't say anything to me. And this is my house, and blase blase. Um, and so I think the way in which queer people always have to think about relationships, whether it's friends, family, that's always a thing. I think.
Mhm.
Um,
Not be fear of not being heard.
yeah, or just like more so like trust, trusting that this person can accept me for
Mhm.
who I am,
Mhm.
and vice versa. I know with me personally, I like to gauge people out
Yeah, you have to.
before I even disclose to them
You
that
have
I'm
to.
queer.
You
Because
have
you
to.
never know. People are really evil.
Mhm.
They're really mean.
They are. They can be.
Hmm.
And not often, you don't always have to give people the benefit of the doubt either, especially if you have reason to believe that they're a predator. And when I say a predator, I mean an emotional predator.
Hmm. Hmm.
Um, there are so many things that I think about saying that I need to start fucking writing them down. Damn. You guys, I'm just gonna say, audience, this happens a lot. I smoke a lot of weed, and my train of thought gets
Got to burn,
misconstrued a
got
lot.
to burn, got to burn.
So just get, prepare, because I might have some shit I want to say, and 2 seconds later, especially if Nasir continues to speak, I'm done. I'm not going to know anything, because I'm also trying to focus on what he's saying, but I want to keep what I have in my mind as well, but that's not feasible.
Well, yeah, I think the struggles that a lot of us face.
It came back to me. Can I say it?
Mm-hmm.
The trust, as far as the trust is concerned,
Mm-hmm.
we have to learn to trust humanity, because any trust issues that we have, whether they stem from our mama, our daddy, our aunt, our uncle, our sister, our brother, we can't use those traumas as a parallel to the world, because everyone is not like that. Everyone is not going to betray you. Most people actually understand and reciprocate.
A lot of people really don't care.
But no, a lot of people don't care. But I'm saying the majority of people understand and reciprocate love for what it is. Okay. So what it is that we're just operating from that outside in, believing having old broken belief systems, operating from those belief systems, and attracting what we don't desire. Because that's just it's learned behavior. I'm not worthy of love, so you don't have to love me. So anybody in my life who I build a relationship with, I teach them that you don't have to love me because I don't think that I'm worthy of it. In order to trust humanity, we have to be able to trust ourselves. When we trust ourselves, we know what we're worth. We understand that I'm worthy of love. And anyone who comes into my realm, or anyone who I decide to build a relationship with, is going to operate from that same belief system. And that's going to build trust, because then when someone betrays us, it's not, oh my God, you're so bad, you're so bad, you're so bad. No, you. We understand that it's not love to ask something of someone that they're not capable of. You're not capable of loving me the way that I know I'm worthy of being loved. I'm not going to ask that of you, beloved. Go on about your way. And the universe has just given me an experience to know you, and given you an experience to grow.
No, that's why you better preach.
So, yeah, with all of that being said, it's just that those trust issues that we have in the queer community, all of this can be healed with love and trust, but you have to do the work.
You got to be willing to actually want to change.
Absolutely.
Actually want to communicate, and actually want to be open.
Talk about it, and that's where. Can I just touch on narcissism a little bit? I'm not gonna go in.
Yeah, bitch.
You already know.
Rant about narcissism.
I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna go. But I have to talk on it because it's gonna piggyback off of your trust issue statement. We have these trust issues because there's so much narcissism. It's fucking running rampant. And now it's to a point where it's glorified. It's worship. It's pushed.
Like, what do you mean?
Okay. For example, social media in itself is a form of pushing the agenda of narcissism. I mean, the very content. We post. I'm gonna post my life so that you can envy it. I'm going to post my life so that you can envy it.
It's a highlight reel. It's basically all the good moments in someone's life.
And it's not real. It's not real. No. So it's narcissism is the exact opposite of the foundation upon which we stand, which is true and authenticity. So it's just being, I mean, people now, since it's being pushed, they're using it in their lives. They're using it as a crutch. They're using, I don't have to get any better because everybody's like this. Everybody does this. Everybody cheats on their significant other. Nobody has feelings. Nobody cares for anybody else. And you just have to be vigilant of the narcissist. And trust me, honey, we're going to have plenty of talks, because I can't, my research.
We'll talk about narcissism.
My research is deep. So at least one segment, bitch. Just give me one segment. Just one.
You can have one segment.
One
Just
episode, honey. I'm gonna go in.
The show now 5 years about narcissism, please.
But it even goes deeper than narcissism. We're talking about all those borderline personality disorders, sociopaths, psychopaths, and they all come in the form of light. Just like
I will say we are not mental health professionals. So before, just as a disclaimer, before you come to us for mental health support, we are not. Please check your local provider and go from there. I'm not a doctor.
I'm gonna go ahead and tell you.
I know he's not a doctor. So
I'm gonna tell you I got all of my information. Melanie Tania Evans, Thriver TV. She's up on YouTube. She's been my narcissistic abuse recovery specialist for the last 3 years, and she is amazing. She's Australian, so she has a accent, but she's great. I fucking love her. Love her. I see we have one viewer out there. I just want to say hi and thanks.
I don't know who the one viewer is, but hi.
Hey, we got one. But this has just been so true. It's so real. And one of the last things I want to say is I just want to touch back on that trust. Mm-hmm. We have to, in order to trust humanity, we have to trust ourselves and trust ourselves that we love ourselves and that we know that we're worthy of love. So anybody that renders anybody who wants to come across and hurt us or wants to, use us for supply or gain or whatever the case may be, when we see those predators coming and we assess that behavior, we're able to trust ourselves and say, hey, I see that this person has the potential and inclination to be an emotional predator, and I'm not going to subject myself to this. You can cut your ties early, but even if you don't cut your ties early and you begin to love this person, whether it be intimate or platonic or friendly or professional, even if you do begin to love this person or begin to build feelings for this person, once they betray you, and then show no remorse for it, you're able to walk away in peace and understand that it's just the universe giving everybody an opportunity to grow, me an opportunity to continue to say no to things that are not tolerable for me, and that other person to understand that not everyone is going to put up with your bullshit. Mm-hmm. So, trust and love will heal it all. But everyone's not going to trust and love, and that's why Two Queer Kings is in effect, because we need to understand how to be our authentic and true selves, regardless of the world around us, regardless of who's watching, regardless of who's listening, regardless of the haters.
Bye, haters. I see you or you see me. But so let's switch topics. Let's go on to a topic. I feel like we're giving enough energy to the main one. So what have you been listening to lately? Or what is about? Oh my God, what happened?
If you don't turn that down,
I'm so sorry. Real ghetto.
Pilot episode. This bitch phone go off.
I didn't know. Do not disturb. Wow. Okay. What's some things? What?
Let me tell you, ho. Let me tell you.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry. No, I've been listening to a lot of sad sap shit, and that's just that's because I've been going through some things emotionally with a significant other, but the music is good. So, for instance, an album from 2007, bitch. Keisha Cole, Just Like You. What? I was listening to that stuff. I was like, this bitch was singing in 07. What?
Keisha Cole can get you through some heartbreak, bitch.
We'll say it again.
I said Keisha Cole can get you through some heartbreak, bitch.
I ain't know until today. I was listening to that.
I'm just imagining you sitting in your house,
honey. Sobbing. I mean, sobbing so hard that I'm coughing because I can't keep my breath. Sobbing, yeah. But you know, it's all good. Look, it's all in the lesson. Don't laugh at me, bitch.
I'm so
Heartbreak is gonna find you, ho. Well, I don't want to curse you or nothing, but it's inevitable. It happens.
I was just thinking about that the other day. Like, I really do not want to experience heartbreak because the way you all talk about it,
I don't want
like somebody stabbing you.
It is. It's worse. It's almost like you're dying, but you won't die.
Yeah.
You are dying, but you will not cease to exist.
Why would I want to be in love? That sounds great.
Because the feeling of being in love is really, really good. That's totally different. The feeling that is like, oh, butterflies and unicorns and rainbows and chocolate candy. That's amazing. But the aftermath, especially if you're with someone who's, you know.
Yeah.
But what's the topic?
What you've been listening to?
Oh, listening to. Yeah, listening to.
Oh, okay. No, so what's something that you've been copying? What's something that you've been dropping on
Wait a minute. Nasir, I wasn't finished with the music yet.
Oh yeah.
I had Sam Smith. I've been listening to Diamonds. I'm actually gonna be singing it shortly. Diamonds, the acoustic version and the pop version. Amazing. And then y'all know he just dropped an album like yesterday, so go cop that.
Yeah, a lot of people dropped music this past Friday.
What did you say the record label was?
So Sam Smith is signed to Capitol Records, which is under the big label, which is a sub label of the big label, Universal Music Group. So Ariana Grande, who's also under Republic, which is also under Universal Music Group, and Queen Naija, who is under Capitol. They all dropped yesterday, so a lot of quality music. I would say you should check Queen Naija's album out.
I will. She that girl who sing Butterflies, ain't she?
Yeah.
Okay, Nasir, I need a real quick GB. Can I do that? Can I put us on like that commercial thing real fast before I come so I can do that?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on 1 second, cuz bitch, I didn't know we was gonna be talking like this for a minute.
Yeah.
All right,
guys.
Everybody, give me 30 seconds. I'll be right back, okay? Okay, not even 30 seconds. Maybe 30 seconds. Okay, all right, bye. I'm almost. I'm gonna bring my DB in here next time, so I don't have to worry about this shit. Nasir?
Hey, I'm still here.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I didn't have enough time. That wasn't enough time.
I don't know if there's a way you can increase the time. But
2,000 years later.
Do y'all like my fight the power? Fight the power. Fight the power. Do y'all like my fight the power?
Hi, everybody.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to a podcast dedicated to the members of our community, queer and non-queer alike. So yeah, other than I was just talking about how we recently were, how I was listening to Ariana Grande. Queen Naija, she's been having some really good like visuals to her music. Like what you think?
I don't really know much about her.
Really?
No. Yeah. My celebrities, I follow my celebrities, and then that's about it. If you don't fall, in that compartment.
I love everybody.
So let me tell you who these my people right here. I love me some Quavo, Wanna, Lil Baby. I love me some, and they're all over the place too. B, of course. I love Saweetie now. I love her. She is giving me life. Lana Del Rey. What? Yeah. Lana Del Rey. I love her. She's my life.
Lana Del Rey sounds like she's dying. She sings like she's dying.
She can drag me right on to hell.
Oh my God!
I love
funeral home.
Who else? Mulatto is. I like her. You know, I'm not following
Big
her.
Lotto, big remix.
Big Lotto,
big Lotto.
remix.
I throw that in back to see if he gonna catch it. Hey. Okay.
So anyway,
I feel like we're gonna get copyright strike, bitch. They were like, oh,
we're not. We're like, we already gave them credit and everything. That's their song. But furthermore, I feel like we're just going on a tangent now, and I see it.
Well, let's wrap it up.
We need to wrap it up. The topic was struggles of being queer. Of course, we did what you're listening to. That's something that we want to try to do all the time. What you're listening to now, and Nasir didn't share, but he will. And then we also did Drop You Gon' Cop. And like I said, I'm gonna cop Sam Smith's album.
Ariana Grande, everybody go cop Ari.
I'm gonna cop that too. I'm gonna tell everybody to cop. Y'all go ahead and listen to that Keisha Cole album, honey.
What album was it?
Just Like You. The album is Just Like You.
Keisha Cole 07. Honey. Oh, yes.
I was in that. I was like,
I love R&B music, so yeah.
So she was good. You know, and I'll recommend music from the past. I recommend music from the way past 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. Like, I love music. So it's just, hey, y'all follow me on Twitter and Instagram. My Twitter is different from my Instagram. That's _STIZZ_Stiz. So that's _Stiz_. And then Instagram is Dstone2K20, of course. That's at the bottom of the screen.
And you can follow me, of course, at Nasir19onu on IG, NASIR19onu at IG. And then you can follow me on Twitter at NASIRC9, NasirC9 on Twitter. So yeah, keep us updated. If you end up seeing this, share some comments and like, subscribe. You know, get our engagement up, you know, and stuff like that.
Do I follow you on Twitter, bitch?
I don't know. Do you?
Because I'm on Twitter all day.
Let me see. Do you follow me on Twitter? What's your Twitter name?
_STIZZ_.
_STI. Yeah. D-Stone, bitch.
D-Stone, bitch.
Yeah.
Let's see that. That's sexy, ain't it? Show him again. Damn. Look who nigga is that? I'm actually a single man, so I'm out.
No, you're not. No, you're not. Thank you so much for listening to us. Oh my God. This was awesome. I can't wait to do more. I'm just excited for.
I'm very excited. I'm going to tell the audience, you guys, I'm already feeling more authentic and true to myself just being here, just being in this fucking space. So I want every fucking body who feels like they don't have a space to come to, please come out of the darkness. Be your true, authentic self with two queer kings.
Yes. All right. Thank y'all so much. And please be safe and, you know,
right.
Like, comment,
right.
and subscribe. All right.
Comment. And motherfucking shit.
Like, comment. Subscribe. Okay.
Oh, subscribe too. Subscribe.
All right. Well, I'll talk to y'all later. Thank you so much, Isaiah. I had so much fun.
I did. I had a lot of fun, loads of fun. And now we're just gonna push it. We're gonna shove it down their fucking throats. Two queer kings.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. All right. Bye, you guys. We'll see y'all on all the social media. Follow me on Twitter because that's where I'm about to be. Bye.